Welcome to another episode of the Academy Sports Show right here from the Academy Sports Show studios. We appreciate you checking us out on this late Thursday evening. We got Monday Night Football right behind us. Thursday Night Football right behind us. The Jets and the Ravens are going on right now. We appreciate those that are going to go into our YouTube. That is one of our biggest modes of watching us live as well as commenting live. We want you to get to the YouTube. So go on your YouTube app, type in the Academy Sports Show, like it, subscribe to it. But the most important thing is to trigger that bell so that way you know when we go live at 9 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Other ways to keep in touch with us is both Facebook and Instagram, Academy Sports Show. Like us, love us. We appreciate that as well. And then if you just want the podcast and you don't want to look at my face, I totally understand it. You just go to iTunes and type in Academy Sports Show or SoundCloud Academy Sports Show. We are Oxcore ready. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and next to me is host Joel Williams.
What's good, everybody? Hey, Thursday night, as you heard, it's cold in the D.
Ooh.
My goodness, but it is December. Nice little show for you again tonight. Last week, if you were with us, we did our top offensive players of all time. Went through all the skill positions. We left out the linemen. And we had a really, really good time doing it. You ought to check out that pod if you, as you just heard Dre talk about on the Purple Podcast app on iTunes, or if you go to SoundCloud, you can listen to us there. This week's show, we're going to go to the defensive side of the ball. We're going to give you our top NFL defensive players of all time. Brethren, what's good, Ralph? We see you in the building. We're going to give you our top NFL players of all time on the defensive side of the ball, going through all of the positions, D tackle, defensive ends, middle linebacker, outside linebackers, safeties, corners, and we even going to have a kicker and a kick returner in there. So a nice little debate tonight. Probably, as you guys know, we love to debate. And if you've heard some of our past shows, or maybe you heard last week's show, there's definitely probably going to be a little bit of a controversial pick. You just listen to last week's wide receiver list. You listen to mine and Dre's, you'll see which list. You'll see which list. What up, though? You'll see which list it is that you might have take a disliking to. So, without further ado, we're going to get it going right now. But before we do, I got to pass it back to my man.
Yes, we love our sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. If you have a business or anything that you want to get shouted out, we will do that for you because that's what we do. Academy Sports Show @gmail.com is the email that you want to hit us up at, Academy Sports Show @gmail.com. One of our sponsors being Mike Bonds Plumbing. Bonds Plumbing, both licensed and insured. Bonds Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's just get up to cold, waterproofing, or daily home services, call the man.
313-304-7786.
BondsPlumbing.com gives you a map of all the areas that they service as well as the services that they provide. But we suggest that you call the man
at 313-304-7786
because he is the real MVP.
Most valuable plumber. Also, don't forget, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate, or maybe you're just looking for a career change, you need to hit up my man Nick Bowers and his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. You want to let the home team help you with all your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.hometeamusa.com. I'm sorry, that's thehometeamusa.com. Or check them out on Facebook at The Home Team. It's The Home Team. It's a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside is the home team. And last but not least, our final sponsor is Be Well Integrative Massage. You can check them out at www.choosetobewell.com. Again, that's www.choose2bewell.com. Or you could call them up at 313-472-5048 to schedule a massage appointment with them. Don't forget, it's December, and December birthdays are in. And also, if you're looking for some stocking stuffers, these are the people you want to talk to. You're able to use your FSA, Visa, and MasterCard to purchase your massage memberships, packages, or e-gift cards and gift certificates. Call for more info or visit them on all their social media platforms. That's Be Well Integrative Massage. We just want you to be well.
You knows it. All right, just some little tits and tats right now. Ravens up 21-7 as we speak. We both expect the Ravens to win this game. Did you like no, I was gonna call him a different name. Dang, what's his brother name? Jackson. Did you like
Lamar?
I had all these Jacksons in my head. Did you like Lamar Jackson playing this game, even though he was on the injury report?
That's scary, but you're in a playoff race.
You're in the MVP race.
You're in the MVP race. You gotta play.
Gotta play.
You gotta play.
All right.
Hey, listen, I'm recording it because I actually just want to see the man in action. Did you see what he did to that linebacker's ankles in the backfield? My goodness.
7 steps in the same place.
Oh my God.
Just fall down.
This dude. Oh.
Just fall down.
This dude is a toggle stick on the place. Goodness gracious.
Oh, and I know we haven't really been covering NBA that much, but that is coming on the way. Those Christmas Day games are around the corner.
Yep.
The Lakers and the Clippers, I know, played two great teams. Kawhi went back to Toronto. Anything there? He went and popped his old team.
Like as you expected. I mean, I think the surprise to me though in the NBA, I'm actually a little surprised at how well the Lakers are doing. I am a little surprised.
Losses on the season.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because they it seems like they haven't had that like period of like we got to get to know each other. But I think some of that attributes to the fact that LeBron, the type of player he is, on top of the fact that positionally LeBron can have the ball in his hand still pretty much, and then AD can work off of that. So you don't have that point guard, small forward issue and all those things. So I'm a little surprised at that, but the NBA season's pretty much kind of gone like we expected it to. I mean, this is a year where, in the West, you knew who was going to be good. In the East, you knew who was coming back. And, of course, you got to look at the teams in the East who can capitalize because the Raptors aren't the Raptors, but they're still well above 500 as well. So it just brings a little more competitive balance to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how things play out. But you don't start talking NBA until after Christmas. So right around that time is when we can get into that.
Okay. Yep. Same thing with me too. The Lakers. I really enjoy watching them play. I feel like they got a good flow defensively. Looks like LeBron is really locked in, and that's translating to his teammates, as well as the league has changed. It's not really the 3-ball, spread them out kind of league as it pertains to the Warriors trying to get ahead of these guys. As it was in previous years. I love the pick and roll, the lobs, the AD. They look like they're really trying to get him involved. And LeBron, even though he's not putting up the gaudy numbers, a low triple-double like 25, 11, and 11 is still pretty good.
Yeah, year 17 especially.
Like I love the way that he's developed his game, getting his teammates involved, something he's always done, but taking that point forward role definitely looks good for them. And then a fully strength Clippers with Paul George, they look like the team that needs to assimilate and try to get a little bit more gel to going well. The Harden Westbrook thing doesn't look like it's working very well. So a lot of things. Giannis is still on the tear. I know Embiid just got ripped, and he agreed with the criticism of him not taking that next step forward to being a dominant big man. A lot to talk about in the NBA moving forward. So a lot of good storylines.
Yep.
Kyrie, things of that nature. So I look forward to our next episode when we talk a lot of basketball.
Yeah. Big ups to everybody in our live feed. Hola. We see you over there, Nick Bowers, in our YouTube live feed. Appreciate everybody watching us on Facebook. Don't forget our main mode of, what is it? What is this called? Filming, or our show's main location is our YouTube page. So please, please, please jump on YouTube right now. Look up the Academy Sports Show. Hit that bell, or just go ahead and jump in that live feed. But we look forward to the comments tonight. So no matter what platform you're on, make sure you put your comments in and make sure you share, because what we're about to talk about, I'm sure you have something to say.
All right, so like Joe said before, the NFL Top 100 team is being put together as we speak. I love watching these videos on YouTube. Coach Belichick is like, he's like an encyclopedia of knowledge, bro.
Jesus.
He is. Like, they're talking about guys from the 60s and 50s that he's like breaking them down. I love watching this stuff, and I love seeing the guys, Dion, Ed Reed, those guys get on the table and just have people talk about them and the guys that they play with. Man, it's a great thing to watch. So we decided to do our own personal wise Me and Joe were born in different eras, so so our lists are a little different.
Boy, I tell you, man.
But I had to come in humble this week because I had to ask for an amendment, and I will do that on air. I had to ask for an amendment. I was like, man, listen, I was rushing on my last list. I saw my man Torry Holt on the receiving list, and I was like, I like to watch Torry Holt play football, so I'll put him on my list. I would like to amend that. I would like to apologize to all the purists and all the football fanatics because I did get called out on that. So I want to know if I can take him off of my list and add one of my favorite receivers, because at the point in time when I was doing the list, it just didn't pop into my head. And then once somebody else brought it in the chat, I just wanted to be like, oh crap, I forgot about my man. So do you mind if I remove Torry Holt off my list and I amend that and I add Megatron Calvin Johnson?
I do not mind as long as
we
keep this is on record.
Okay.
So the future will sometime in the future I will need some type of penance to be paid for this. And you're gonna throw some heat my way. You're going to have to just bring it down because you picked Torry Holt.
First of all, yes, I did. Okay, I'll take it.
What up, D?
I take it. I accept it.
Okay.
I take that.
Calvin Johnson is not on your. Yes, Nick. Torry Holt.
I like Torry Holt. First of all, okay,
but he has Torry Holt in his top 5 receivers of all time.
My personal, because I watched the play. I watched the greatest show on turf.
That's true.
I didn't watch the Steve Largent.
But this wouldn't be so bad if you hadn't done what
my man from the Bills. I didn't watch him.
Okay, all right, very fair.
But my thing, I only pointed out on yours was I just felt like it was wrong for you to have Chris Carter on your list over Randy Moss. That's all I was saying.
I understand. But you're here. But you're here today.
But I am
to take Torry Holt off.
I am
because after thinking about that,
and I still think Megatron is an iffy pick too for some people because he didn't play the years. He don't got the yards, but I still feel like in the time that he played, he was the most dominant wide receiver that I seen in my own 2 eyes. So I feel like I should amend that, and I apologize.
Nick says this is going to require a major pay up to make that change.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So the change is made.
The change is made.
We are on record.
I'm gonna make a graphic of our all 100 team.
All right.
And I can take him off. And I could put on Megatron. Okay, yes. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for helping me amend that. All right. So now the all defensive team in both of our eyes.
Nick said, especially after the board is the different era comment.
So we're doing an all defensive team. Same thing, guys that we respect. I know I'm doing it with guys I've seen in my own 2 eyes, but it's still some veteran guys that, regardless of era, that may just deserve to be put in the list. You know what I'm saying? So I think
being clear to the audience, and I'm not gonna let them off easy, Nick. I promise. We're being clear to the audience. This list is 100. We know it's debatable, but listen to the rules of the list. So that way, when you put your list out, you can understand the rules.
Most definitely.
This is our top 100 defensive. Not top 100. We're going to give you our top defensive players of all time. We'll tell you what the position is, how many people we're calling out at that position. But the rules are simple. This is our show, so we can set our own rules. You can choose this list not just based off of what maybe the most popular list out there say, but including those in your era.
The actual list,
whatever the list is, right? We're going with people we saw play. These could have been your favorites. This is your personal list, all right? Not the NFL list. Don't go on NFL.com. Don't kill us with the how could you? Because we're going to justify our choices.
Listen, I didn't see Mean Joe Green play.
Exactly.
I can't put him on my list.
He's not on mine either.
I didn't see Deacon Jones play. I understand he's a bad man.
Right.
But I can't put him on my list.
He's not on mine
either. That's all I'm saying.
He is on NFL.com's list, I'm sure.
Most respect.
He's not on mine.
I can't put it. I couldn't, I can't watch NFL films all day. Just to feel good about why, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. So everybody be clear on that. But feel free to debate because your list is your list. Our list is our list. And believe me, we probably have some differences. And no matter how humble I try to be and quiet, this guy always got something to say.
Oh, God. Just throw that in there. Yep. All right. So we did 4 DNs, 4 D tackles, 4 outside linebackers, 4 middle linebackers, 5 corners, and 4 safeties, right? That's what you got?
I got 5 safeties.
You got 5?
Yeah.
I did 4. Can I think of somebody real quick? No, because last time I did that, I got in trouble.
Oh, you did say 4 safeties. Dang, okay.
All right, so
that makes it harder for me.
You want to start at ends first, or you want to start at safeties first?
Let's start at tackle or end.
Tackle?
Let's start on the D line and work our way to the back.
All right.
To the back. Yep.
All right, so my D ends.
Yeah, all right, we're going D ends first.
My D ends that I have.
Top 4. Are you doing them in order?
No, I can read, So I guess you would go my starter, my subs.
Okay.
My subs, my DN subs would be J.J. Watt, this era's one of the greatest defensive lineman pass rushers.
Okay.
Julius Peppers, the freak from North Carolina, played in Carolina, long career. Top 5 on the sack artist.
So it begins.
And then my starters.
Okay.
I would be remiss to not have the all-time sack leader Bruce Smith in there.
Okay.
2003. I know he played for the Redskins, so that's in my era. So I can go ahead and put him in there.
Okay.
And then my man Reggie White.
Woo!
Playing with the Packers 2000. I'm in there. I'm not going too far out.
Okay.
In the pastures, you know what I'm saying? Even though that's a little, it's a little before me, but I was able to see him play before he retired. So I got Bruce Smith, Reggie White starting, and then the backups would be Julius Peppers and J.J. Watt.
Okay. I respect that.
Okay.
I see. The Julius Peppers he's definitely top 10. He's respectable. But based on the list and the rules and the criteria, I can see why you picked him because he did dominate the game. But I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're off to a good start.
I appreciate your approval.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're off to a good start. All right. So here are my defensive ends. They're definitely gonna sound era, but we have some similarities.
Okay.
Okay. Look at you. I'm proud of you, Jay.
Not too shabby.
Not
Okay.
too shabby.
I
Look at it. Hey, ring the bell for Jay. All right, so here are my backups.
If I was born 5 years earlier, y'all would be killing me right now.
Well, I think if you were born 5 years earlier, maybe you would have made those picks.
Yeah.
So your J.J. Watt pick, interesting. So I thought about like where he plays.
Mm-hmm.
He lines up at end. But I seem to remember him at D tackle a lot.
Yeah. A lot of these guys are interchangeable.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm with you there. But so I understand that pick too. So here's my backups. At number 4, I had Howie Long. Okay. Howie Long, one of the greatest to ever do it. Oakland Raiders defense. When I first started watching football, you still had Marcus Allen and all those guys were still playing. And I remember this was back when Ty Christensen was a tight end. Mm. Howie Long was playing defense still. And I was like falling in love with football. And they were just one of my favorites. So I just remember him kind of being one of those dominant players. And when I see him on TV, I always kind of think back to those days. So that's my number 4. Okay. My number 3, still kind of from that same era. You might remember this name, though, because he played on 2 rival teams. But these are teams that were big time back in the 80s and early 90s. And that's Charles Haley, another legit top 10 all-time great defensive end. So those are my 2 backups.
Hall of
Famers. So my 2 starters got to be dominant players. My number 2, Bruce. I remember him as a Buffalo Bill. Yeah. Because that was my favorite team back then. So I remember him as a Buffalo Bill. Remember, guys, if you're a Browns fan, you always have a second team. So by the time I fell in love with the Bills, the Browns were done because my Browns were the 80s. Those were my favorites. And then the Bills in the 90s because the Browns started sucking and they didn't have a team anymore.
Right.
So Bruce Smith, one of my favorite of all time. He was on that team that was just dominant in the AFC. We agree, Deuce's dad, Haley was a beast. Nick said Trey was sweating over there. And then my number 1, I think it's obvious, and you said it already, and it's got to be there. It's Reggie White,
minister of.
Yes. I think Philadelphia Eagles, then Green Bay. Mm-hmm. And I remember him definitely in both. And then was very saddened by his passing. So Yeah, number one of all time for me. I'm with you on that 100%. Reggie
Okay.
White. Easy category for me to pick.
Yeah, I feel like that was pretty good. Now I struggle with D tackles, right?
Okay.
So I got an end guy that I know is an end guy, but I put him in as a D tackle because I said this one was a little tough for me, and I think I even went on the edge on for a couple rounds.
Okay.
All right, so that guy on the depth chart wise, with the way back
machine.
Yeah, I did.
Scratches his head like Charles Haley.
Yeah.
Listen, that 11 side too. Like, yeah. And that's my age. That's all right.
Please don't penalize me.
He's young.
Don't penalize me.
He's young.
Don't penalize me. Come on. Jeez, I'm trying my best. All right, let's see if they're gonna lose me now. So,
okay, all right.
So the edge rusher that I put in at D tackle, I put Michael Strahan in here. I liked Michael Strahan because I couldn't think of no other like dominant.
You should have left that blank.
Well, I mean,
he never played D tackle.
I couldn't think of no other D tackles to put in here. Like to be really honest with you.
Okay,
I couldn't really think of nobody.
All right, so you got.
So I put him in there, and then
so you give him that's the D line love right there.
That's the D line love.
Yeah,
that's D line love. And then second, I'm putting Sapp.
Okay.
I got Sapp at number 2.
Ooh,
or number 3.
Okay. Ooh.
So listen, I like
that
Tampa Bay Super Bowl was right when I was getting into it.
Okay.
Like I was like.
So you don't know Oakland Raiders weren't Sapp?
That was afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, that was afterwards.
All right.
Yeah, so that
so the Tampa Bay was when you was getting ready to do it. That's when he was at his prime.
The Tampa 2 defense. Everybody's trying to emulate that dominant defensive tackles.
Yeah.
Him and McFarland in the middle.
Just that left set straight.
Yeah, like I couldn't find no other D tackle. So if you want me to put it blank, I'll go blank. So like you can take that out.
So it does a graphic.
Yeah, it'd be blank. I couldn't really find another D tackle.
Still waiting.
Still waiting for that. Like you want me to like put Sue in there? Like I don't know, Geno Atkins. I don't know. Like, who you want
hey, surprisingly, you know Geno Atkins is on a lot of lists.
He got the numbers, but he was never. I think it's just
like he was just dominant. Yeah, like, but he's on a lot of lists.
On a lot of lists.
And surprisingly, Ndamukong is not. I was like, that's weird.
After his Detroit years, he never put up the numbers.
Yeah,
like he was good for 3 years in Detroit. Yeah, okay, I'll go with blank. Number 4, blank.
All right.
Number 3, Warren Sapp.
The group chat. The chat is live tonight. Get in here, YouTube. Get in here, baby. All right, number 3, Warren Sapp. Ooh, I'm interested in your
number 2. I put Aaron Donald. I put the 2-time defensive player of the year. Man. This era's most dominant. The NFL 100's number 1 ranked player in the NFL today. Okay. That the players voted on was Aaron Donald. Having a down year this year because he's getting triple teamed. The golly. But he was going to go down as one of the best defensive players in this era. Even though he's not done, on my team, I want a guy like that. Okay. That's somebody you would have to triple team so the other guy can get off.
All right.
So I'm going with the 2-time defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. Been to a Super Bowl. I think just the championship is just the only thing that's missing for him. 20 sack seasons. So he's ascending the list up on the sack list. I think when he's done, he's definitely going to wear a Hall of Fame jacket. But for right now, for my team, I'm putting Aaron Donald on my team. Okay. That's a defensive tackle.
Okay.
I know he goes back and forth from tackle to end, but I'm putting him
He's listed as a DT. Yep. So.
All right. And then number 1, I'm putting John Randall because I saw him with the Seahawks. You know, he's known for his Viking days.
Yep.
The wolfing, the barking, the getting people off their game. Yep. You know I love a good trash talk. I love trash talk more than anything. I wish we could do it more in our league.
Okay. Right.
But when you talk about unstoppable guys, he was literally unstoppable on top 5 of the sack list. So that's where I'm going. My starting D tackles on my defense are John Randall and Aaron Donald being subbed in by Warren Sapp.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Wow, that's interesting. So that one right there sounds like to me that's highly based on the era, how you saw it. That sounds like it's very influenced by the era, not by the popularity of the list of who's out there to pick from.
No, I mean because like the tackles, I felt like it was really slim pickings. First, I went off of who I knew. The first guy that popped in my head was Sapp, right? because that was one of the most dominant guys that when I was growing up.
Right.
When I started playing Madden,
but you got him at 3 though.
You wanted Sapp, right?
You got him at 3.
I got him at 3 because I think Randall has the numbers, right? And he dominated his era as well, but more as a Viking, less than a Seahawk.
Yeah.
But I still remember him, in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2, I think Aaron Donald will ascend both of these guys at the end of the day.
Okay.
So like it's just his, and nobody can debate that Aaron Donald's projection is going to be through the roof. Right?
No debate whatsoever.
No debate. Like
I agree.
2-time defensive player of the year on a good team. If his quarterback play well, they'll still be a Super Bowl contender. And he's like, if you go from how many guys are in the NFL and your peers vote you the best player in the league,
right?
That means something as an interior lineman.
All right. I struggle with giving him the higher spot because he's still playing.
Okay.
So I have Aaron Donald, and really I struggle with, and it's going to sound crazy now that I've heard you break it down, Donald and Watt at 4.
Gotcha.
But Donald was the first guy I put on at 4.
So you thought of Watt more of an
I was like
guy?
Donald / Watt.
Gotcha.
Because they're both inside guys to me.
Okay.
Donald definitely to me is going to be one of, if not the greatest.
Right.
I just have a problem giving him the greatest tab until he's done what he's done, and we gotta let history look back and go, all right, what's his impact?
Okay.
All right, so but I got him in at number 4.
Okay.
At number 3, I went favorite. I went with the heart right here.
Okay.
I went with, like, again, my early years of football. Listen, 1985, I was 79, I was 6. All right. William the Refrigerator Perry.
Okay.
All right. I just went there.
I saw that name.
Monster guy, plus a personality guy.
Yeah.
85 Bears, one of my favorite teams of all time in regards to just how they impacted the game, the swag. They had the 80s swag that would have been well accepted here in 2019. Made the video, won the Super Bowl. So I just have him at number 3 as one of my favorites. Yeah, as an offensive guy, right? Yeah, so he's just that's a heart pick.
Yeah.
My number 2 is a guy that used to run rawshod throughout the league. All right, like this dude is a name that I remember, and I used to think he had the coolest football name in the world, Cortez Kennedy.
Never heard of him.
He is definitely ahead of your time. Cortez Kennedy played D tackle, dude.
Never heard of him.
One of the more dominant D tackles. To me, he was like him and Warren Sapp were 2 players to me that were similar style players. They just had that moxie about them. Like, I'm here to just take you every down, and then I'm gonna let you know about it every single time.
Okay.
So he's my number 2, and then my number 1 to me has got to be Warren Sapp, bro. Okay. That's my number 1. And I'm talking Tampa Bay Warren Sapp and Oakland Warren. To me, that dude was the
yeah.
But I remember him in college, bro.
Oh man.
With the Canes, bro. Like they had some squads back then. They used to do some crazy stuff in college. So it's like that dude, like just from the moment I saw him play in college, just all the way through his career, was just to me like he was just dominant all the time. He got that personality, but that mouth. I'm with you. I like that little talk.
Yeah, man.
So he's my number 1. He kind of to me put the position on the map as like a premier position on the defense.
Gotcha.
So, what we got over here?
No Randall? Okay.
No Randall for me.
Okay.
He's probably number 6 for me. Nick Bowers said, I was going to say, if one of you didn't say fridge, I was turning off the show. Stay with us, Nick. I said it. I'm keeping you here.
I couldn't do it.
Deuces that love said, Pooh Kennedy was a beast. Ooh. Oh, he said, ooh, Kennedy was a beast. He put Pooh at first. All right.
Yeah,
so,
of course, it don't strike a bell.
Kennedy, yeah.
What team was that?
I believe he played for Seattle too.
Okay, no, don't strike a bell.
Help me out. I think he played.
I wonder if he made the.
I think he played for Seattle.
The team.
Help me out, dude. Didn't he play for Seattle?
Okay. No, don't strike a bell. But yeah, I'm with you on Sapp, bro. Like,
yeah,
that was the first guy. That was one of the first. That Tampa Bay team.
Yep.
I got another guy on my list from that Tampa Bay team.
I do too.
And it was like.
Oh, we agree on. You know what? D coordinator. We come from that side of the ball.
Man.
Seahawks. Okay, yep. I remember him from Seattle.
Yeah,
okay.
Bro. Like that Tampa Bay squad was just like, and you had a trash quarterback. Hey, y'all just killed everybody. Just killed everybody.
Yeah, Tony Dungy.
Listen. I wanted to put Simeon Rice on my list just off of that too.
Oh yeah.
Like it's guys that you leave off. Like I feel like the '80s had like one of the best pass rushers.
Okay.
And going into this era, I think it was lacking in the early 2000s. But the guys that were there, Simeon Rice, Javon Curse, Strahan, like those guys, like they put up numbers. Like the freak, Javon Curse, like that, he was ridiculous.
Yep.
But that's not on an all-time team.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like we had the '90s had, or the early 2000s had good pass rushers, but they didn't have like the Hall of Fame guys.
Right.
They just had guys who had nice 8-7 year careers of just good playing football.
Yep.
Then that second contract come and they stopped playing.
Right.
They stopped playing football. But yeah, those are some of the guys that I watched that I wanted to put on the list, but I knew it wouldn't make no sense.
Got you.
Because if I came here and said Javon Curse, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be like, cut the TV off. All right, so outside linebackers. This is definitely a mix of
inside linebackers.
No, I try to keep it outside, but you know,
this is a mix of
I
eras.
feel like the gallery's gonna come at me on this one too because I didn't.
You gotta have courage for your picks, man.
I didn't go back on this one. I stayed right in my niche.
Oh, okay. All right, let's see.
You
didn't put
after you. 1970s MVP. No, I didn't put them in there. I stayed in my niche on outside linebacker.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right. So at number 4, I put. Oh, thank you. At number 4, I put Dwight Freeney. The spin move. The spin move.
He's a 3-4 linebacker.
Yes, he's a 3-4 linebacker. The spin move, hella sacks. Him and Mathis just making ruck shot. I loved it. And the spin move translated even as older as he got, even with the Cardinals.
Third down, baby. Third down.
He's top 10 in sacks all time in the league. Had a nice long prominent career. Always a cool guy. So I put Freeney at 4.
Okay.
At number 3, I put DeMarcus Ware, the Cowboy, and the Bronco.
Okay.
Another guy top 10 in sacks. Great skill set, great leader. Not the biggest talker, but definitely put his pads inside of you. I love that team for the Cowboys. Well, I didn't love him, but I loved him and Roy Williams and guys like that playing football together. So I went there. So my starting linebackers are going to be Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP. One of the only active guy in the top 15 in sacks. Got over 100 sacks. And basically got that Super Bowl for the Denver Broncos.
And Peyton Manning.
And he's still going. And then my starting linebacker, so it'll be Von Miller on the other side, Mr. Derek Brooks, Super Bowl MVP as well. So I got 2 Super Bowl MVP outside linebackers. One of the smartest guys to go from side to side, left to right. Didn't look the most athletic, but definitely was top in offensive or outside linebacker interceptions. So I went Derek Brooks, Von Miller, one great edge rusher, one good pass protector. And then my backups are another great edge rusher and Dwight Freeney. And then who else did I say? Because I wrote down a whole bunch of people. And then DeMarcus Ware.
Okay.
So I stayed in my niche.
In my niche. You definitely did.
I got my guy.
And actually, it's funny because I probably did 2 in this list. And I see you went like strategic, like edge rusher.
I'm saying it's my team. I need my team,
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Okay.
My team.
All right.
You got to be balanced.
I see what you did there. All right. So yeah, my number 4, my 4 outside backers are probably niche guys. Number 4 for me is DeMarcus Ware.
Okay.
So we have some similarities. We have 2 similar players. DeMarcus Ware, and he was my number 4 guy. The guy just did nothing but just hit, make tackles, make plays, and he did it for a really long time. And it was just, even though he played on the Cowboys, I couldn't stand the Cowboys. It was like, still, this dude is a beast. You just got to respect the guy. And all in all, seems like a good guy, too. My number 3 is, this guy's all about tackles, man. I remember when I first seen this dude play, and he stormed on the scene, and I was like, dang, this dude playing with this white boy swag. He got the long blonde hair.
Talk about Clay Matthews.
Nope.
Oh.
He gonna hit you. He used to hit you. Kevin Green, Carolina Panthers. He used to hit you. He paved the way for Luke Kuechly. Kevin Green, one of my favorites. That's probably another heart pick for me because he was one of my favorites. The dude just made tackles all over the field. Kind of very similar to Luke Kuechly. Big guy though, could run and go get it either way, and was just always nose around the ball. So he's my number 3. Those are my 2 subs, Green and Ware. My starters at number 2, going back to them Buffalo Bills years, man. Cornelius Bennett, one of my dogs. Kevin Green is a beast on the Steelers too. He was. You don't remember Kevin Green from the Steelers?
White boy?
White guy. Blonde, long blonde hair.
Mm-mm.
I forgot. Deuce's dad. You're right about that. When he was on the Steelers, bro, he was still a dog. Yeah. Kevin, matter of fact, he was on those teams that were competing for Super Bowls, I think, in the 90s. But yeah, my number 2, Cornelius Bennett. You got to go back and take a look at the film. On that vaunted defense that was loaded, Cornelius Bennett, Bruce Smith, he was on that defense.
He retired in 99.
Yeah, so
15 years in the league.
Right, but that was kind of right where you was coming into. Yeah, he played for the Steelers. And then my number 1. Who was your number 1? Derek who?
Derek Brooks.
That's my number 1, bro. Derek Brooks, man. That's the way to do it. That defense was one of the greatest. That dude was one of the smartest linebackers of all time. Made plays. Big time players make big time plays. So that's my top 5. Derek Brooks, Cornelius Bennett, Kevin Green, DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah, the 2 of those dudes, I have no clue who they were.
Yeah. Cornelius Bennett was definitely early 90s. That's my era.
I don't know.
But Kevin Green, yeah, Steelers. A good call there, Deuces.
Okay. All right.
Listen,
I didn't hear nothing bad. Nick
No.
laughed at me. I don't know why
I think he was laughing at your fear of your list.
Okay.
I think you should just go ahead and be honest with yourself and say, this is what I believe in.
All right, so middle linebackers.
Now, sir, I know there's an era.
Yeah.
There are just some guys.
Just belong there. I got you.
I
got you.
All right.
I got you.
Okay, this is one category. I was like, bing, 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 bing. I'm done.
Okay.
All right, sir.
All right. So at number 4, I put Junior Seau.
Okay.
I put Seau at number 4.
Okay.
Crazy. I know both Charger and New England Junior Seau. So I felt confident in that list. That's a banger. Unfortunate what happened to him, man. With the whole suicide thing, and you understand what football does to you.
Yes.
And link that up with depression and all the other stuff. That's a tragic ending.
Yeah.
But on the field, he was an absolute beast and definitely a leader, a great tackler. So he was just a guy that stuck out with. And when I played Madden, especially when I played with the Chargers, I always got Junior Seau. Junior Seau, the Dadian Thompson, that Charger team. Oh, man, it was great.
Just as Dad said, LT, Ray Lewis, Mike Singletary, period. Pick one more because we're doing 4. Just as Dad. Nick said, I feel like Dre's going to be asking for a reversal again next week.
Oh,
we'll see.
Oh, no,
I feel
good on my list. I feel good on my defense. I'm defense. I feel good on defense. I'm not outside of my box. I'm good on defense. All right, so I went Junior Seau. 3rd, I'm going Brian Urlacher. Watched his whole career. Chicago Bear, he killed us every single year.
Every year.
Oh my God, he destroyed us every single year. Him and Lance Briggs was forced to be reckoned with, a great linebacker duo. But Urlacher was the one, Defensive Player of the Year, got his team to the Super Bowl off sheer will, leading tackle in the league multiple times. Man, just in our dreams as Lions fans, Brian Urlacher, you just didn't want to play the Bears. No matter how offensively not talented they were, you knew they was going to stay in because Brian Urlacher was on the field. Number 2.
He said it's still early. Dre hasn't done too bad so far.
Number 2, I'm going with the legend, Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, don't say it like that.
I'm putting him on the list.
All
of course, I did not get a chance to see him play live, but just some things just translate. And my father didn't let me down in this instance. LT. Dad, I like Brian Urlacher, but he ain't Lawrence Taylor. Dad, Man, did you see Ray Lewis? But he ain't no Lawrence Taylor. It was Lawrence Taylor this, Lawrence Taylor that.
Gotcha.
Some people consider him, same thing with Jerry Rice. Some people consider him the best football player ever.
Mm-hmm.
So when people put you in that award to be one of the best football players ever, you got to be on the list. But the guy that I saw with my two eyes,
Daddy said number 2.
With my 2 eyes, come on, baby. I'm going with Ray Lewis at number 1. No, they did not find the suit, so he didn't kill that man. Ray Lewis. You understand? Cultivated and galvanized the whole era. Defensive Player of the Year twice, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Man, like if you ain't inspired by a Ray Lewis speech, I don't know what you can be inspired by. One of the greatest defensive players ever is Ray Lewis. You can shake your head at me all you want to, old fella. Okay? I got to get at y'all because y'all trying to come at me. I like Ray Lewis.
He's feeling himself.
I like Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is number 1. Him back to back. I can't put Mike Singletary on my list, bro. I tried, but it's just like if I didn't put Fridge on there, I definitely could put Mike on there. But because I didn't see these guys play. But listen, I'm going Ray because he was my era. I saw him win 2 Super Bowls. That's just my guy.
I hear you, bro.
That's just my guy.
I'm not shaking my head at you.
That's just my guy. If I gotta put the call in, I'm putting the call in to Ray because LT gonna do what he wants to.
Yeah. No, we're not that show.
He gonna do whatever he wants to.
I feel you. I can't shake my head. I can't shake my head at your list. I get why Deuce's dad is shaking his head.
I feel like if I would have put LT number 1, I'll be conforming to the pressure.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna conform to the pressure. I'm not conforming to the pressure.
All right.
I love you, bro, but I can't do it. I'm putting Ray number 1.
All right.
But LT starting. Come on, down.
All right. So Deuce's dad, you about to be mad at me too.
Ooh.
Yeah, you about to be mad at me too. Okay. You about to be mad at me too, bro. All right, number 4 for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you, Junior Seau.
Oh,
100%. I'm with you, Junior Seau. Speed, punishment, come get you, captain of the defense. What is that? Cocaine will make you. I thought that said coaches.
Oh my
Man,
God.
I was trying not to be that show. I was actually about to say he might still be somewhere. I was like, he might still be somewhere, and I didn't want to do it, but great. Man, we got to say what they saying in the chat. That's the type of show we are. We like our viewers, our listeners, to be recognized on the show. Nick Bowers, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the one that you typed in, wait for us to get to, so we can laugh at. That was funny. I give you that. That right there, that's funny.
So yeah, I gotta go Junior Seau. Number 3. Deuce's dad, I hate to do this to you, man. But I got LT at number 3.
Oof, he not starting?
I got LT at number 3.
LT's not starting?
Nope.
Oof.
I got LT in
That's why you didn't rip me, because you didn't even have on the field.
I got him subbing, bro.
Oof.
I got him subbing.
One of the
greatest.
People consider him the greatest football
player. People do. I don't. And I watched him play. I don't consider him the greatest football player. I watched him play. But the 2 guys I have ahead of him, look
mad faces.
The 2 guys I got ahead of him, neither one of them were heart picks, but these dudes they are people I attached myself to, and I just felt like they were the epitome of the middle linebacker position, epitome of leading a defense, captaining a team, getting in front of the mic and saying what's got to be said. Like these guys right here. My number 2 is Ray Lewis. That's my number 2. The dude was a straight up leader. Forget the murder. He's a straight up leader. Straight up leader. Like, sir, motivational speech, he got it.
Yeah.
But then he will hit you. He will hit you. He will drop in coverage. He will come up in the hole. He'll go left and right. He gonna make every play if he can. I'm sorry, I had to put him at number 2 above
not starting.
LT not starting. LT is at the 3 spot for me.
Number 1.
Because my number 1, and see, here's the thing. You actually validated my number 1 by pointing out I did put him on the list. And if I had, I would have been conforming because this guy, to me, Number 50 in the middle of that defense of the Chicago Bears is the greatest middle linebacker of all time.
One of the greatest defenses ever.
Mike Singletary, sir. When you played on one of the greatest defenses of all time, and people still take you as the best player on that defense, that's saying something.
Oh, LT?
LT was the best player on his defense. That defense wasn't dominant. The defense was good. He made it dominant.
Gotcha.
Mike Singletary was the dominant player on a dominant defense.
Hey, listen, not my air doc, so I can't deny you. You got to talk to the peanut gallery on that one. You got to talk to the fans on that one.
Number
you
one.
You got to walk in that room.
The thing about Deuce's dad.
Hey, get him like y'all got me. Get him.
Deuce's dad got Singletary on his list. He just got him probably in a different spot. Deuce's the guy got LT at number one. So I'm safe because I got the right list. Just
in the range on right.
My order is my order.
Okay.
Singletary is the best middle linebacker of all time.
Oh, sub. LT. Sub. LT subbing.
Nick said, I like your picks, but LT number 3. Number 3, baby.
You just got to reorder them for some people.
For some
don't
people,
conform. Don't
I'm
conform,
not
man.
I'm taking LT and Ray. Them two right there.
I feel like y'all didn't rip him as bad as me. But that's
it ain't it because my list is legit.
Right.
It's legit.
So we got the same people. I just got Urlacher.
Yep,
you got Singletary. 2
Bears.
Bears. Yep. The Bears are represented very well.
Yes, absolutely. Because Urlacher was the man, and he's definitely a top 10.
Oh, man. All right, corners. So we got 5 corners, for the nickel. And
the nickel D. All right. Deuce's dad said I need to reorder. I hear you. I hear you, Deuce's dad, but I got to roll with it. Roll with it.
All right, so so at 5, I got Ty Law, current Hall of Famer. I saw him win Brady's first title.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Picking off Peyton Manning over and over again, getting to pick in the snow. Like I saw him win. Him and Vinatieri foreshadow.
Yeah.
Win Brady's first title, and it's just personal because I love that defense. That was the first time I, really fell in love with the Patriots. Ty Law, Lord Malloy, Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour. Those guys, I really love those guys. Ty Law was the catalyst for that. He is a Hall of Famer, so I don't feel bad for putting him on my list. But just a personal favorite, Ty Law at number 5. At number 4, I put Rod Woodson because, one, I understand for some people, most lists you guys would put him higher. That's a scotch out of my realm, but I still respect his numbers. Great return numbers, great interception numbers, lockdown corner. I put Rod Woodson at number 4. And number 3, I put Charles Woodson. So the Woodson guys at 4 and 5. Charles Woodson, Heisman Trophy winner, Super Bowl champion. Some people consider one of the greatest corners of all time. I definitely do. Definitely revitalized his career.
I can still change it until I announce it, right? Right.
Still revitalize his career. And with Green Bay putting up great numbers. I wish the Lions would have picked him up. But geez, come on now.
I remember you saying that.
Oh,
that's
man.
actually on our show, I think.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yep.
So we got Ty Law, Rod Woodson, Charles Woodson, and number 2, I'm putting Chad Bailey.
Ooh,
the guy in my era. That's my era guy. My era guy in there. Chad Bailey was the first lockdown corner. He was lockdown city. The fact that he got traded for Clinton Portis is highway robbery. All right, but I'm happy he got out of Redskins and went to Denver and was locked down. Nobody threw to Champ Bailey. Champ Bailey was one of the best corners in his generation, a Hall of Famer, got the numbers, got the interceptions. So on the other side of Champ Bailey is definitely the man, prime time Deion Sanders. So prime time on one side, Champ Bailey on the other side. It's a no-fly zone all the way around. We'll be sitting here all day going through prime times accolades. Some people consider him one of the best football players of all time.
Best athletes of all time.
So prime time champ. Woo! You know what I'm saying? My slot guys is the Woodson brothers, and I got Ty Law coming off. I thought about Revis. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
He had his own island, but my connection to Ty Law kind of
see how we justify the list? Y'all see how we justify our list? Good job. That's how you justify your list right there. You're right. See how you presented the facts and pointed out what the argument might be against you? Good job. I like it.
This is that said Dion, Revis, Ty Law, Daryl Green.
Yeah. You don't know Daryl Green. That's not your era.
I've seen the film, but
Okay.
I couldn't confidently put him on.
Okay. He said, "Oh yeah, Rod Woodson. He lost points getting killed by Barry." Nick said, "Primetime Woodson, Champ, Woodson, Law."
Woodson brothers.
Oh, you got the same list.
Same list.
Okay.
Say you forgot about.
How can I forget about Champ?
Champ was the man, bro.
Champ was the man.
You said like straight. That's a straight up trade. Champ Bailey for Clinton Portis.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Redskins got hosed.
Yep. Now Clinton Portis is caught in
You're
that
going to
bribery.
jail.
Yeah. You hear about that? Stealing money from the business.
Portis was a bad man in his 3 to 4 year stretch.
A couple little years.
Yeah, but 10, 15 years of Champ Bailey just locked down. It's a wrap, bro. You couldn't throw Champs away.
There's no debating either one of our lists.
This was the easiest section for me. Safety and corner was like I had that fill out first.
I had middle linebacker and corner.
Okay.
Safety was probably the next easiest because there are just some guys that just have to be there. Yeah. Okay. You putting Green as a sub. Okay. So I had you just persuaded because I looked at my list like, hold on, I lost my mind. I lost my mind for a second because the guy I had on there, I put him ahead of the guy I went in. I was like, nope, I gotta put him on here before I say it. I'm like, I will get killed for that.
Editing. You can still edit before you say it.
Before I said it. Oh God. So my number 5, you said it, but you pointed it out and used it as being aware of the facts. However, you went that way, but I understand the way you went with Champ. I'm going with Revis. Because I feel like if you got your own island, you gotta be at the top.
Gotta be
all right.
He made the Jets relevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
The island was legit, folks. If you haven't seen it, YouTube that the Revis Island was legit. Yeah. You were getting locked down.
Shut up, Dick. Talking about slaying and everything. Get out of here.
You were getting locked down. Okay, so Revis Island at number 5. Number 4.
Yeah, really, he came out of nowhere.
He did.
That's like absolutely nowhere.
Yep, he did. He all of a sudden was just there.
The only thing annoying about that was that man wanted his money. Like I feel like he sat out every preseason.
Every year.
He wanted to save up every year.
Pay this man. Yeah. I'm glad that y'all didn't succumb to that. Number 4, Charles Woodson. Okay. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me just be honest.
Be honest.
He wasn't there.
Ooh.
He wasn't there. I had lost my mind for a second. Okay. But he's there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nick said you gotta have your own island with all those kids. Oh.
That's Cromartie.
Yeah.
That's Cromartie with 11 kids.
That was when, remember they had Revis and Cromartie on that Jets team? That was actually a dope defensive secondary. But yes, my number 4 was Charles Woodson. I will not tell you who was there. All right.
Off camera.
Number 3, yes, definitely. Okay. Number 3, Rod Woodson. Now,
Woodson brothers.
The Woodson brothers are there, but y'all know Rod Woodson could have been on your top 5 of safeties, right? Because that dude was a dog safety once he converted over to play safety for the Steelers.
Well then, okay, so I didn't. You want to stick to the 5? You gonna say your 5 safety?
I only got 4. I have 5 safety.
Okay, so can I put Rod as a safety and then put Ty Law as a corner?
Yes.
Revis as a corner.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's fair.
So I can move him into safety.
He was a dope safety too.
I'll move him to safety.
To me, he was one of the greatest defensive backs of all time. Rod Woodson at number 3, and then number 2. Hey, you went back and got him. A lot of people talk about this man. If you were in that era, you saw this man play. He was a shutdown guy, but the dude had jets. He was one of the fastest players in the game at that time. And that's Daryl Green. Yeah. Like that dude was the man for the Redskins. Locked it down. I grew up watching him play. He's my number 2. Told you he was going to ask for a change, but that's a fair change, Nick. That's a fair change. So Daryl Green for sure is my number 2, and I'm with y'all 100%. Prime time number 1. One of the greatest athletes, man, baseball and football. He shut it down. No matter what team he was on. 49ers shut it down. Cowboys shut it down. Falcons, though, when he did the boy, that was it. He dominated the game. Kick return, all that. Yep. The man, you want to see him play. The art of throwing his shoulder into a guy to tackle him. That dude ain't never take no hit head on. Man. but that dude can ball out prime time, 100%.
Dude, sport athlete.
Florida State.
Man, that documentary that he did
Yes.
about like playing baseball and all the things that people was trying to get him not to do.
Yep.
Playing baseball and football, all the stuff that he had to go to. Man, that opened my eyes wide too.
Yeah.
But yeah, prime time is like literally one of the best football players ever.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so we got the same list. You got Green, I got Champ.
Yep.
That was really much the only.
But I told you, I get that though. I get that. That's an era pick for sure.
All right.
It ain't no slouch of a pick. Champ was the man too.
Champ was the man. Oh yeah, and I had Ty Law. Who did you have?
I had Revis, Woodson,
Revis.
Green, Sanders.
Okay, yeah. Man, Ty was my man, bro. I love Ty Law. All right, so I got 4 safeties. Well, I put Rod Woodson as one of my safeties.
Put him in at 5.
Put him in at 5. This is gonna be controversial.
Is it?
I like being controversial.
Okay, well let's see.
I'm good.
It might not.
At number 4,
okay,
my era, life cut short, but would have been one of the greatest. I'm putting Sean Taylor on my team.
Would have been one of the greatest.
I'm putting Sean Taylor at number 4. Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
I'm putting Sean Taylor at number 4.
Okay.
So if Rod Woodson is 5, Sean Taylor is 4.
Okay.
One of the greatest hitters of all time. Ball hawk, was on pace to break all the interception records. My man had 8 interceptions one season, 6 interceptions next season. Just got caught up, home invasion, got popped in his home. But definitely on pace. People would say been one of the greatest players of all time. My personal team, I want him on my team. I'm going Sean Taylor. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. People do it for Barry. I'm going to do it for CJ. I'm going to do it for Sean Taylor. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I feel like
you couldn't make him an honorable mention. That's what his dad said, honorable mention.
I'm putting him on my team.
Okay.
I'm putting him on my team.
All right.
So he's on my team. At number 3, I'm going Brian Dawkins, safety for the Philadelphia Eagles. Another emotional leader. Another guy that willed his defense to another Super Bowl. The heart of the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the big hitters, definitely a ball hawk. I love the one-hand palmed ball going to the interception. So Doc was one of my guys. My era, one of the greatest safeties that I watched when I was making my MUT team on Madden. I always got Brian Dawkins as well.
Black visor.
Black visor and everything, man. Him and Ray Lewis was 2 of the most emotional defensive players that you can get in the 2000s. At number 2, I'm going Troy Polamalu. Just a positionless player. Like, he played safety, but that joker was on the line more than he was in the backfield.
Okay.
Another guy that got to a Super Bowl, defensive player of the year, the hair.
Right.
One of the best safeties at getting sacks. One of the great returners.
Over the line.
Yep. Just had a nose for the ball. So Woodson, Taylor, Dawkins, Polamalu. Number 1, the man, the GOAT, Ed Reed, the greatest safety ever. Ed Mother Reed. You watch the videos. Oh, Ed catches in the end zone. Oh, no, Ed. No, Ed. Sit down. No. Go, Ed. Go. Go, Ed. Go, Ed. Man, I mean, it was ridiculous. The black tights, the all black unis. He just made safety just cold. He just made safety look out cold. Yeah. Like, if I had to pick any position, if I had the body type, the skills, and the speed, I would have be Ed Reed. I feel like he's the GOAT at safety. Yeah. One of the greatest returners of all time. Leads the NFL in return touchdowns. Yeah. So Ed Reed was my guy, bro. Like, this, you want to talk era wise, you can't have a list of the greatest safeties ever without Ed Reed.
Oh, absolutely. Now listen, you thought it was gonna be controversial, but it's not. It's really not.
It's because y'all like Ronnie Lott. So just because I didn't put Ronnie Lott on my, he's the greatest 49ers defensive player. I never seen Ronnie Lott play. And I don't give him the same leeway that I give Jerry Rice and LT. I'm not going to do it. I don't do that. It's other guys that I put in the Lord.
Just say your piece, but don't disrespect it, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like you threw it out there.
Like the pushback.
No, it wasn't
like
pushback.
Was coming.
Look at the list that's out there. Deuce's dad just said. He said, now he's got them, but he's got a lot of people you got. Lott, Reed, Atwater for the Okoye hit, and Polamalu. I don't want to mention Sean Taylor. Nick said Lott, Woodson, Polamalu, Reed. So it's you got some people there. You got one guy not there, and it's the lot pick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just ready for the smoke. That's all.
See,
I'm ready for the smoke. Y'all got me gunshot because
Yeah,
y'all keep cutting that bitch.
I never seen you like this.
But
Dre.
these my safeties. I'm gonna rock with them, bro. I'm gonna rock with them.
Okay.
And I love the addition to Revis on my team, so I can put Woods to that safety.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so I did pick 5. You actually did say 4, and I don't know why I thought it was 5 because I thought quarterback safety was the same. So I did pick 5. My number 5 is actually John Lynch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my number 5 is John Lynch. Hitter. Yep. So my number 5 is John Lynch. Hit, captain on the back end, made sure everybody was in the right spot. Definitely remember him from that defense. Trey, you've come a long way. Don't start disrespecting. But John Lynch is my number 5. That Tampa Bay defense, he was the man. It's turned out to be a pretty doggone good GM too. Mm-hmm. But that's my number 5.
Yeah. He was on that Tampa Bay team too.
He was on that Tampa Bay defense. Yep. Arguably one of the greatest defenses of all time.
Yep.
My number 4, I'm with you, Brian Dawkins, emotional leader, hitter. Like my safeties that I picked, hitters. Yeah. I just picked hitters. That's to me, that's that position. The era I grew up in was guys that will just crack you across the middle. This was back when targeting did not exist. If you went across that middle as a wide receiver, that's where you made your money. Yeah. You had courage, but it was a guy on the other side just waiting for you. Mm-hmm. And those were the hits you lived for every game. Who going across the middle and who getting hit? Yep. This guy would hit. But the guy on my list that I with you was a ball hog too. He's the man. You can't be disrespectful. But these guys going up to the top are hitters. My number 3, Rodney Harrison. Rodney Harrison.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Smart guy. We don't know about Rodney Harrison?
I mean, I know about him, but I don't know about him on the list.
Really?
On the list? Come on,
man.
Rodney was cool, but on the list.
Play, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I saw him with the Chargers and with the Patriots.
Yep.
Come on, man. He had the fire. He had the vigor. He was an a-hole. But I mean, he didn't make that pick in the Super Bowl like he's supposed to. He let that man catch that ball off his helmet.
Sir,
okay. I don't know, man. That's a stretch. I don't know. But I'm with you.
Just dad gives me the thumbs up. Thank
you, man.
All right. The honorable mention for me is Atwater. I wanted to go Atwater, which you choose is that 11, but I couldn't go Atwater, although I remember him in those days, and that hit is one of the greatest hits of all time. But my number 2 has got to be the man that played with 4 fingers. He was the man that started this whole thing about a safety getting cracked. This dude was a monster. This dude didn't make interceptions. He didn't go back in coverage. He didn't go on the outside. He didn't play cover 2. You could play him one safety high, and he waited for you. Who covered across the middle? And when you come across the middle, you get hit by Ronnie Lott. You get cracked. Oh, you need 8 men in the box? Sure, I'll play 8 in the box. Oh, I'm here to crack you.
I'm here to smash.
That's all he did. That's my number 2 guy, Ronnie Lott. He was my number 1 until as I grew up. Ronnie Lott was my favorite safety of all time until this man showed up. Again, my age allows me to remember him. Yeah. In the University of Miami uniform. Man. Back when the U was the U. Man. Back when that's where it came from. If you want to understand young people where the U came from, go back and watch the Warren Sapp, Ed Reed defenses.
It's a category 5 cover.
That's all it is, baby.
Category 5.
Then he went to the Ravens and put on that all black with the black visor. Tough. 100% in agreement. Ed Reed, the greatest to ever do it at safety. He edges Ronnie for me over the top. I'm sorry, Ronnie Lott. You was my guy until Ed Reed.
You're on the team with Ray Lewis and you still get defensive player.
Yes.
Man, he was
tough. The man. Yeah. Make me want to pull him up on YouTube. That's what make me want to pull him up. So I guess you Rodney Harrison is your questionable.
Yeah, it's a little outlier.
But
but it's your squad.
He's over Polamalu for me.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna let that go.
It's getting late.
Let that go. Over Polamalu?
Yep. Over Polamalu.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So kick return. Who's your kick return guy?
Ooh.
Because this is easy. I didn't even have to write these down. Kicker and kick return. I mean, this is easy.
It was easy, but here's why I struggle, because a lot of guys weren't kick returners. They were other guys that played kick return. And then there's this one guy that was like, you remember him for a kick returner. So,
bro, just give it to him.
But do you know
he's the greatest?
Do you know who statistically is the best kick returner of all time?
Oh.
Did you know this?
No.
It's Joshua Cribbs. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know that.
Probably yardage wise.
Yeah, yardage wise, he's the greatest ever.
Like, okay, so Cribbs, he was in that era. Dante Hall, the human joystick. Guys like that, they played a little wide receiver, but they were
returners.
But the greatest returner ever is Devin Hester, bro. Let's go. Like, of all time,
I'm not giving it to Hester.
Devin Hester is the greatest of all time, bro. He took one to the house on the opening kickoff of the Super Bowl.
I'm not giving it to Hester.
Oh, God.
I'm not giving it to Hester.
The touchdowns, the returns, man, Devin Hester is the greatest returner of all time. Primetime's already on the list as a corner. So if you put him backing up Hester, it's 6. The defense don't even got to get on the field. But Hester is the greatest returner ever.
Oh, wait a minute. I did put Hester, thank God.
You witness greatness every time.
Yeah,
he came back from retirement to go to the Falcons
to be
a kick return, and he took one back for them.
I wanted to pick Primetime, but I have Devin Hester. This is what I put. I put Devin Hester, Primetime, Joshua Cribbs, etc. It's a bunch of guys. But yeah, Devin Hester.
Hester is the greatest, bro. And Vinatieri is the greatest kicker. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're right.
Come on. It's just what it is. What it is.
You're right.
Those are 2 easy ones. Like when I sit down, he was like, "You do a kicker return?" I was like, "Yeah, that's easy. I ain't gotta. There's no research required. There's no research required for a kick return.
There's so many of them. Primetime.
He's already a corner.
I know, but he was still one of the baddest kick returners.
You can't duplicate them in.
They're just guys that, like, when the ball went up in the air, you were just like, oh, you just stood up out of your seat. I'm starting to see a big Chicago Bears fan in Dre.
They just want so much.
Hey, yeah. But it was when he was a Falcon too. I mean, he was crazy. He was just sick everywhere.
He kind of fizzled out because they tried to make him a receiver.
Yep.
So then he fizzled out, and then Atlanta trying to make a playoff push brought him back. He was like, all right, well, I'll just return one now. And he just took it to the house. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He's the best. He's the GOAT. If anything, I ain't a Bears fan. I'm a Hurricanes fan. There's a lot of Hurricanes on my list.
All right. Well, you heard it here, guys. The wife is calling, so we gotta wrap it up.
Oh, okay.
You heard it here. That's our list. That's our top defense. Don't forget you can follow us on. I think every week I'm supposed to do this at the end, and then I don't enter. We're supposed to follow us on iTunes. Thanks for joining us tonight on YouTube. We appreciate it as always. Supposed to follow us. Oh, Kobe, I ain't see you in there. Kobe didn't like my pick over Troy Polamalu. Who is Hanson? Oh, stop it.
The kicker
is Hanson. Sanders is he likes
Listen, Hanson, that's a nice. He never had to kick in the clutch.
That's true. Nick gonna say wife is calling, time for bed. Whatever. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live, but most of all, thanks for joining us on YouTube. You can listen to us on iTunes, on the Purple Podcast app, or find us on SoundCloud. You go to SoundCloud.com or download the SoundCloud app. You can find us at Academy Sports Show. Look us up, follow us, like us, Instagram, Academy Sports Show, Facebook, Academy Sports Show. And remember, if you want to get your business read on the air, hit us up at Academy Sports Show at gmail.com.
Did you say everything?
And then I think I did. Yeah.
All right.
And then sponsors.
All right, cool. And shout out to the sponsors here at Academy Sports Show. One being Bonds Plumbing. Bonds Plumbing, both licensed and insured, provides top quality services at great prices. Whether it's to get up to cold waterproofing and daily home services, call them in.
313-304-7786.
BondsPlumbing.com.
.com.
Gives you a map of all the areas that they service, as well as the services they provide. But we suggest you call the man.
313-304-7786.
Bonds Plumbing is the real MVP.
Nice job. You're about to repeat it again. Also, don't forget, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, lease, or invest in real estate, or maybe you're just looking for a career change, you need to hit up our guy, Nick Bowers. Yep, that Nick Bowers, the one you keep hearing making all these comments in the chat. He's a supporter of the show, and he does great work with his team at Keller Williams Lakeside. You want to let the home team help you with your real estate needs. Go to their website at www.thehometeamusa.com or check them out on Facebook at The Home Team. The Home Team is a team you can depend on. Call Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. Again, that's Nick Bowers at 586-634-9419. KW Lakeside, The Home Team. And don't forget, folks, it's December birthdays, stocking stuffers. If you're looking for them, go visit the folks at Be Well Integrative Massage. You can hit them up on www.choosetobewell.com, or you can call them at 313-472-5048. They've got great membership packages, e-gift cards, and gift certificates for wonderful massage packages that they offer. You can even use your FSA Visa or MasterCard. So check them out, www.choosetobewell.com, or call them at 313-472-5048. The fellas at the Academy Sports Show just want you to be well.
Most definitely. All right, man. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to take some time out, make a graphic of all our picks. If you can send me yours.
I will.
And then we can post them online, let everybody know what our NFL 100 years of football teams would be. It would be a great thing if all these guys can line up and just go at it.
Whew.
I mean, that would be the greatest football game
ever.
All right, so on behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joe Williams.
35-13, Ravens over the Jets. Jets must have just scored.
Sit there, man.
Have a great week, everybody, and a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Adios.